Acquiring clients is great. However, retaining clients is much more important if you want to have a long-term sustainable business. Instead of going around chasing for new clients all the time, what if you just retain them and build that up? So in today's video, we're going to talk about client retention, different things that you can do in order to retain your clients. Welcome back to the series, guys, the series on how to scale your email agency. And today we're going to talk about everything to do with client retention. As I was saying, guys, acquiring clients is very important, but retaining is as important because it costs you less to retain a client than to go acquire a new one. Plus, again, having that client that you have a relationship with that stays with you for a while, it builds for a long-term successful and more sustainable business. They bring you on business as well. And overall, every new client you sign, if they retain, you can now compound on your month-to-month growth instead of always having to go hunt for new deals. So again, today's video, we're talking about client retention, everything that I know. Some of the people in MintDAV have stayed with us for over 2+ years. We've had clients that will leave and come back whenever they start a new store. Our client retention is really, really great. You know, again, with some of our clients literally staying for well over 2+ years. I'm going to share with you everything that we do to do this. And on a side note, I want to say, if you have an agency where you guys are churning a lot, yes, you know, you might get some new clients and make money through that. However, again, it's very chaotic. It also is not good for your reputation if you are signing clients or they're leaving right away. So on a side note, you want to focus on client retention because sustainable business, you will make more money in the long run. And again, churning business will ruin your reputation. And it's just a headache in general to not meet your clients' demands and, you know, do all that. So again, on a side note, this is very, very important. I'm glad that you guys are paying attention to this video. Everyone is talking about how to get the new client, but let's again talk about how to retain that client so they pay you for 2+ years. So to start off, guys, what I will say is for good client retention, you need to have a service that's actually good, right? And this is why for beginners, I tell them focus on your skill, focus on actually being able to be good at what you do and deliver a certain type of result, because at the end of the day, someone is working with you because they want to see a certain result. So if you can't give them that result, you're not going to retain that client. A lot of times, if you're not getting results, it's not to do with the client store, the product, whatever. It might just be a skill issue. So in that sense, you need to focus on skilling up, being someone that's more skilled, that can actually provide great service, that provides results, right? Of course, all these other systems, you need to be in place as well. That makes a good service. But at the end of the day, the fundamental is that it needs to provide the result that the client's looking for. And if you can't do that, you need to focus less on acquiring clients and more on getting better at what you're doing so you can actually provide results. So another thing you need to realize when it comes to client retention is communication is probably the most important part when it comes to this. A lot of times an agency or a client, not an agency, a client will leave you because of your communication. So what you want to do with your communication is communicate everything that is going on. Be very upfront with what you're going to do, what to expect, what's going on, because they sometimes just want to be in the loop, right? When clients are freaking out, sometimes they just need reassurance through your communication that everything is fine because they don't know what's going on. So for me, I've realized I've saved clients, guys, by literally just communicating with them what's going on. I think I've shared this story before, but I had someone, one of my account managers was not doing anything for this one client that we had just acquired. She was freaking out. So I reached out to her, say, hey, listen, I'm just going through a time where as a business owner, I'm hiring a lot of people. I'm having some issues. I'm so sorry. I'll solve it this week. And boom, she was fine. She's like, oh, I completely understand. And, you know, I did not lose that client because I was able to just communicate with her, right? And this is what you want to do. Instead of avoiding, always communicate what's going on. Even if there's an issue, good, bad, whatever's going on, you want to communicate what the heck's going on. And with your communication, you want to be upfront with everything. One of the biggest things I've noticed is that there's usually a miscommunication between the expectations, right? Between the client and the agency. So if you are not communicating exactly what you're about, what you do, what it's going to look like off the start, then, you know, it's going to cause for miscommunication. They're not going to know how you're supposed to do things. And if something else happens when you guys are working together, they're going to be like alerted, like, yo, we didn't talk about this, right? So you want to be as upfront as possible with whatever you're going to do, everything it's going to look like. Even if there's issues happening, even if other things are happening, what happens is that if you guys set the expectations straight, they know what's up, right? Versus if it just comes out of nowhere, those out of nowhere things where that you don't handle is what actually leads to client leaving you, because they're like, we did not communicate about this. Next, you want to focus on a smooth onboarding. And I've given this example before as well, but there was one time I signed with an agency for them to do something for me. I'm not going to go into the specifics, but their onboarding was all over the place. I only signed up with them because some of my other friends had worked with them, but their onboarding, guys, it was like I had to reach out to them on Instagram to properly get onboard in. Things was on Google Docs. It was so all over the place, and it left such a bad taste in my mouth. The reason you need a smooth onboarding is because you want to give them an expectation of what it's going to look like when you work with them. And if it's not organized and if it's chaotic, you gave them the false expectations. You gave them the expectations that this is what they should expect. Chaos, unorganization, things all over the place. So how you do something is how you do everything in a business. So if your onboarding is all over the place, you're telling the client right away, oh yeah, I don't have my shit together. You should leave me because this is what my service is going to look like. Disorganized, all over the place, and chaotic. Having a smooth onboarding where everything is in one place, where it's a very clear journey that the client has to take from go to A to B, that's what you need to focus on. Just get there. And it's very simple. People overcomplicate onboarding, guys. But again, communicate everything you need to. And again, we will have a whole video on onboarding one of these days. But communicate everything that you need from them, or expectations that you expect from them and they should expect from you. Everything that you would need for them right away. And then just get to work, right? Instead of doing the back and forth and having things all over the place. A smooth onboarding sets the tone of what the service will look like. So if your onboarding is not smooth, it gives the client exactly what they need to know about you and your service. Another thing which goes back to communication, but it's its own thing, would be reporting, right? So how often are you reporting to your clients with the KPIs and what's important to them? At the end of the day, these are business owners, and sometimes they just even forget that, they have hired you to do email. What we like to do is send consistent onboarding, bi-weekly and end of the month report to let them know, hey, look, these are all the things that I've done. These are all the stats, and these are all the things that you care about. Again, goes back to communication. You let them know that you're actually doing things. You're actually letting them know what results are happening. And also, you're giving them data that's important for them as a business owner to know. And it shows how much you care when you're actually reporting what you're doing, when you're actually reporting the data. And again, sometimes the clients just need proof that you're doing things. And when you're reporting data and showing them that, things are actually happening, they can, rationalize keeping you because they're like, okay, these guys are actually working. These guys are actually doing things in my business. Another thing I would say is to leverage your network to solve any other problems that they might have, right? So e-commerce brands, even though we do emails, they might need help with their website, right? Their shipping, their media buying, whatever it might be. So what we try to do is we actually try to help them. And then what we do is connect them with our referral partners. So we're actually earning more by helping our clients. So leverage your network, find other solutions for them that they might need. We're doing email for a client. She needed website. So we hit up our website guy. She worked with him. We got a percentage. One of our other clients needed media buying. Refer them to our media buying partner, got a percentage. Person needed help with logistics, or we realized we can help them with logistics. Refer them to our partner, right? Refer them to our shipping partner, got a percentage. So not only do we help the client, but also we are also earning more as well. And why this helps with retention is because, you become someone that's bigger than just emails. You solve some of their other problems as well. And at the end of the day, guys, I'm giving you all these little advice and tips and tricks, but the thing is, just make it easy for them to work with you, right? And it's really not that hard sometimes. You just need to be an easygoing person, have your things in place, be organized, and just deliver what you promised them. I don't know how many times I've worked with some people on some simple things, and they were so hard to work with, right? They were a pain in the ass communication-wise, all the other ways a person is hard to work with. And they made that experience so much worse for me when it was something simple, right? For me, it was like when I was hosting my event, the guy that was helping me with the venue was being so tough to work with. And I'm like, bro, it's so simple. We're just trying to get a venue, but you're making it harder for us. So don't be that person. Don't be uptight. Be easygoing, At the end of the day, whatever you're delivering, make sure you deliver that. Make it easy for them and also yourself to work with each other. Have a really good work relationship, win-win relationship, because at the end of the day, you want them to win and they want you to win as well, right? And that's why you're working together. And last but not least, guys, look to build a authentic relationship with your clients, not a relationship where you guys are just talking because they pay you money, but genuinely be interested in them, be interested in their life, their brand, their story. I can't tell you guys how many times I've gone out of my way to meet up with clients. When I was in Spain, met up with clients. When I was in Miami, met up with clients. I have genuine, authentic relationships to a point where that's why these guys come back and work with us again. That's why these guys come back and, give us more clients, refer other clients as well. We have a genuine relationship, and we've noticed that when you have these genuine relationship, it also helps with the client retention, because they're like, you know, why would I just fire you? We built this relationship, and even if there's some issues, we can work through it together, right? So that's why, like, any client that we have, if it's not me, my team, they look to build a genuine relationship with that person, that entrepreneur, so we can actually have a really fruitful win-win long-term relationship. But again, it's never forced. It has to be authentic, because the minute it's forced, people can tell, and it's just going to be very weird, right? Be genuinely interested in your client, what they got going, their goals, and help them achieve that. And again, you will be surprised how far this takes you. I mean, those are some of the things that we do at our agency that helps with client retention. Some of the bonus things you can do is during onboarding, give them a nice little gift, birthday gifts, holiday gifts. I've done that before. I actually went to Spain. I saw that one of my clients had an artwork that I got him like 4 years ago. He still had it, right? So you'll be surprised how long those things goes. And in conclusion, guys, like, again, acquiring clients is important, but retaining them is as important. And all these things I'm telling you guys today, if you guys were to apply that in your agency and your business, you would have better client retention. And again, you want to build upon month by month work, right? You don't want to have a client this month and lose them next month. You want to have a client this month, have a client next month as well, and just build upon that to a point where, you know, you see exponential growth, because you've stacked up so many clients and they're all paying you monthly a fee to do something for them. That's why, again, very, very important. Prioritize on retaining clients. Don't be this agency that wants to, you know, focus so much on acquisition that they're not delivering good services. They're not communicating, that you're just churning a lot of clients and having a chaotic business, because that's not a business you really want to run at the end of the day. But anyways, guys, that's it for today's video. If you guys watch till the end, please comment retention. Hope you guys like the series. The series has been going well. The feedback has been amazing, and I can't wait to drop more of these videos. Much love, guys, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.